In part 2, we settled with one idea, that is, answer writing does not begin with the answer. It begins with the question, then read, then interpret the question. Set the boundaries. We ended on a promise, that is, once you understand the demand, how do you decide what deserves to enter the answer? That question has a name, that is selection. And selection is not one move, it is three: retrieve, select, and prioritize. Now, this is part 3: retrieve, select, prioritize, that is thinking before writing. Before writing the sentence, your thinking has already begun. Most students think answer writing starts with the pen when touches the paper. But I think it starts with retrieval. Everything you had studied, NCRTs, standard books, current affairs, class notes, and revision, is stored somewhere in your memory. But UPSC is not rewarding everything you remember. It is rewarding what you retrieve, what you select, and what you prioritize. That is the next execution layer. We are going to discuss first and foremost step 1, that is retrieve. Retrieve. What is retrieve? Ask yourself, what do I already know that is relevant to the question in the step 1 after reading the question? So, not everything, only what serves the demand of the question, like facts, concepts, examples, constitutional provisions, committees, reports, schemes, current affairs, case studies, etc. You have to retrieve widely, then message is fine in the first instances, because this is retrieve regarding the particular topic which is given in the examination, that is in the question paper. Then step 2, select. We are moving to step 2, that is select. Now remove everything that does not directly answer the question. Knowledge is abundant, but space is limited. Selection creates quality. So every unnecessary point consumes time and pushes out a better one. That is why you have the messy thinking regarding facts, concepts, examples, constitutional provisions, etc., relating to the question. So, from those, you have to select what is the demand of the question, what will suitable for the question. You have to select. Then, step 3, prioritize. When you select the select the things whichever relating to the question, you have to prioritize. Not every selected point deserves equal importance. Some ideas are central, some only support. So arrange your content in the order of impact. Lead with the strongest argument. Lead with the strongest argument. Support it with evidence. Then move to the next. Because high scoring answers are not information dumps, they are prioritized arguments. Preparation creates a possibility, thinking creates a direction. So, writing only records the decision. That is why the best answers are often decided before the first instances and the first sentence is written. So preparation creates a possibility, thinking creates a direction, and writing only records the decision. And I'm saying again, that is why the best answers are often decided before the first sentence is written. So till now we discussed theory. Theory is easy. Let us see what actually happens inside your mind before writing. For that, I'm taking PYQs 2025 GS paper 2 for 10 markers question, that is in the first instances. The first question, I have taken two questions. One is GS2 and one is GS3. One is 10 markers, that is GS2 paper question, and another one is 15 markers question from GS3. So first and foremost, I am going to take the question from GS to 10 markers. Here is the question. The Attorney General of India plays a crucial role in guiding the legal framework of the Union government and ensuring sound governance through legal counsel. Discuss his responsibilities, rights, and limitations in this regard. This is the question. Actual question. This is the question. The Attorney General of India plays a crucial role in guiding the legal framework of the Union government and ensuring sound governance through legal counsel. Discuss his responsibilities, rights, limitations in this regard. That is the question. After reading the question, first you have to do is do not write. Just think. Just think. First retrieve, like Attorney General, Article 76, highest law officer, legal advisor to the Union government, right to participate in parliament, right of audience before courts, but no voting rights, limitations, conflict of interest, no executive powers, etc. etc. Messi is also fine, no issues. But retrieve is important here in the first step. Then select. In the select step, what you have to do is you ask yourself, do we write everything we know about the Attorney General? Do you do we write everything we know about the Attorney General? No. So the question asks for three things. What are the three things? Responsibilities, rights, and limitations. From the question only, I am telling you. So first and foremost is responsibilities. The demand asks for exactly three things, that is responsibilities, rights, limitations. First of all, we are going to do right responsibilities. So comes to the responsibilities part. So look back at what you retrieved. Conflict of interest. It is tempting, you know it, but you want to use it. You want to use it, but the question did not ask about controversies. So that is why you have to cut it or fold it quietly into limitations. One line, not a paragraph. So no executive powers. Keep it. Directly explains in a limitation under the heading of limitation. So this is selection, not deleting what is wrong, deleting what is right, but unasked. So not deleting what is wrong, deleting what is right, but unasked regarding the particular question. Demand of the question is need of the hour here. So according to the demand of the question only we have to write answer. So that is the hard part. This is the selection. Then we are moving to next prioritize part. This is most important part. In this, we have to think is how should we organize the answer. So begin with a brief introduction, then responsibilities, then rights, then limitations. Finish with a balanced conclusion on the importance of maintaining legal independence while advising the government. This is this is this type of balanced conclusion is need of the hour to going to write in this particular exam, particular question. So one thing you have noticed here, before writing a single sentence, the structure is already decided. Before writing a single sentence, the structure is already decided. That is the thing here, what we want to do it. Then we are moving to next question, that is second question, GS paper 3 question, that is the question is GS paper question, 15 markers. This is the question that examine the factors responsible for depleting groundwater in India. What are the steps taken by the government to mitigate such a depletion of groundwater? This is the question. Examine the factors responsible for depleting groundwater in India. What are the steps taken by the government to mitigate such depletion of groundwater? Again, do not write. Just think. In the first step, what you have to do? Retrieve. The question is depleting groundwater in India. So what you have to retrieve is groundwater, agriculture, tube wells, over extraction, urbanization, industrialize, industrial use, climate variability, rainfall, aquifer management, and then Atal Pujal Yojana, Jal Shakti Abhiyan, rainwater, rainwater harvesting, micro irrigation, groundwater regulation. Messi is also fine, no, not an issue. Factors causing depletion and government measures. So now the second step is select. Does the examiner want everything about water resources? No. Look back at what you retrieved. 15 items, MS. That is perfect. That is correct. Not an issue. Retrieval is supposed to be messy. Now sort it out. The question asks for two things only here: factors causing depletion and then government measures. So split the pile. First one, factors. Factors: agriculture and tube wells, over extraction, urbanization and industrial use, and climate variability, erratic rainfall. This is the factors causing depletion. This is the first selection. And then comes to the measures part. Government measures. What are the government measures? Atal Bhujal Yojana, Jalashakti Abhiyan, rainwater harvesting and micro irrigation, groundwater regulation, and aquifer management. So it sits both. It sits both under factor causing depletion and government measures respectively. So what you have to do is a cause when ignored, a solution when done well. So decide where it serves you best. So place it once where it creates the most value, but not twice just because it fits. So what you have to done is decide where it serves you best. Place it once where it creates the most value, not twice just because it fits. So decide where it serves you best, where it creates the most value. Then only you have to place it once. That's it. No need. No need to fit twice. So everything that fits neither pile, remove it, because this is the selection process. The retrieval was wide, the answer is narrow. So now to the third part, prioritize. Which part should come first? Which part should come first? A brief introduction comes first. Then the factors causing depletion. Then the government's mitigation measures. Finally, a way forward on suitable groundwater management. Retrieve, select, prioritize. That's it. Did you notice something? The first question was a 10 marker, the second was 15 marker, and one was polity, the other was GS3. So the marks changed, the marks changed, the subject changed, the word limit changed, but the thinking process did not. Retrieve, select, prioritize. That process remains the same across every GS paper, whether it is paper 1, 2, 3, 4. One more thing, the first question is from polity and second question is from geography, not environment or not GS3. So now you can think before you write. You can retrieve, you can select, then you can prioritize. You know what deserves to be on the page, but knowing what to write is not the same as building it. A correct decision still has to become a structured answer, like introduction, body, conclusion. This is comes under part 4. We stop thinking now and start building. So next episode it is building answers. Then how do you turn a prioritized decision into an answer the evaluator can move through? That is going to be learned in next part, that is part number 4, that is building answers. Thank you.